Welcome, everybody, guys, gals, non-binary pals. I'm David Lynam. This is Lynam Up, episode 3 today. Thank you for tuning in. Just a little housework. Make sure you like and subscribe. If you're on YouTube right now, if you'll just leave a comment below, like, David's terrible, or whatever you want to leave. I don't care. Just something to get the algorithm, get it pushed out there. Today's episode is with a gentleman named Delaine, very funny friend of mine that one of the first people I met in comedy, has been doing it 10 plus years. So he's kind of a veteran. He lives in Tampa, Florida now. We shot this pod the day after a show we had in Mobile at the Airbnb. And so we get a little background about Wood and how his job he has moved him around the country and how he gets so much stage time. If you follow him, you would see not only his reels that are hilarious that he puts up, but he's also getting up at arenas, theaters, bar shows. I mean, you never know where he's going to pop up. He calls it stealing time, which is great. But this episode is very interesting in it. And we discuss comedy and our path in it. And it's a quick one, a little 40-minute interview. It's a banger, but very interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Wood Delaine. Dude, when you're in the big leagues, you're in the big leagues. We're coming to you from Mobile, Alabama, where we had a barn burner last night at the Oyster City Brewing Company. Is that what it's called? Yeah. Hey, I got a question for you. Am I hearing you talk to yourself in the shower?
I don't know. I might have.
Yeah. Now, last night and today, I thought I heard you. I didn't. I thought you were on speakerphone with somebody. Do you talk to yourself in the shower?
I do. I might have said. I don't know what the fuck it would have been jokes or these bills coming up or some bullshit. Yeah, for sure. Like, damn,
I was last night. I was like, dude, did he carry his phone into the shower? Because you went in there on the phone, and then I heard you.
Oh, no. Okay, yesterday I for sure was in there on the phone because my sister called me. Okay, I do remember that yesterday for sure. But not just now, I couldn't even tell you.
I swear, I thought I just heard you talking in there.
You might have did, bro.
I mean, singing is one thing, but talking to yourself in the shower.
I probably was in there
crazy, dude.
I probably was in there like, man, I done came down here and lost $200 to do this shit. I love comedy.
I love it too much, man. I'm telling you, it's gonna get me divorced doing this shit. It's gonna get me divorced. Not from strange pussy, which was what everybody would assume.
Yeah,
it's gonna be 100% the poverty that siphons the money out of my.
Oh yeah.
Hey man, good to have you on.
Glad to be here.
I'm
bro.
glad to stack these pods I've been recording lately. All I'm doing though, honestly, is just creating editing work for me to do later.
Okay. I ain't shit to it, bro. I'm glad we could do this.
Hey, tell me, because I know you probably have an opinion on this. What do you think about this Chelsea Handler, D.L. Hughley, Big J. Okerson fight that's going on about the roast? Because I probably know what side you're landing on. But
I think everybody, obviously entitled to whatever they want to believe. But me personally, I'm of the side of whoever thinks that Kevin Hart should have definitely said something about that fucking George Floyd joke. That's just me though. But I also get why he didn't, because it's like some people just feel like
that is not what I thought you were gonna say.
This ain't the time or place. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I think in an arena when I say arena, I just mean in the roasting arena. If you sign up for that shit, and if you tune in to watch it, it's like people trying to make other people laugh at any expense. It's kind of like people get offended at a comedy show. Hey man, I get it that you don't think that a dark joke like that is funny, but as a comic, that's how we process pain and emotion. We laugh about stuff. We laugh about because I know my dad killing himself is like, people are like, oh, that's not funny. I'll be like, well, if you don't find something to laugh at about it, you fucking will sit there in tears.
You're right. That's different though. That's like everything else they said, in my opinion, shit, I guess it is what it is. But there's like that one line it's like I was telling one of my partners the other day. I ain't realized, but you go back and watch it. You know, they said it on Charlie Kirk too, but didn't no black comedians shit on Charlie Kirk.
Right.
So like for Tony Hinchcliffe to be the guy to say something about George Floyd, it's like, I don't know if that's your role, but that ain't your line. If somebody was gonna say it, it would have been out of pocket either way. But it was for sure out of pocket for him to be the one to be like, yeah, George Floyd can't breathe, and neither can these people in here because I'm killing their asses. Oh shit, that is crazy. Fucking A.
I mean, dude, but it's a roast though. Like I don't know. If you're tuning in, if you're looking to get offended, you'll get offended at anything in there.
Oh yeah, it was a whole bunch of wild shit now for sure. Everything else, though, in my opinion, as a comedian, it's just how it is. Like I mean, I got white friends, we roast and say racist shit all the time. That's just what makes it fun.
Right.
But I mean, he ain't never said nothing about fuck that guy that got killed from the police 2 years ago too. Like yo, bro, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's all that. I don't like participating in roast. I'll watch them, but man, it is not my avenue of comedy. And that doesn't mean that I don't bust my friends' balls. I definitely do. But man, when it comes to punching down on somebody, at a certain point, I just start getting self-conscious about it and being like, man, I don't feel like this is
because the shit you say, it either gotta low key be true or it gotta look like it's true. So like it can't be like. I recently did one in Tampa. This guy killed me, and how they got I'm not even really good at roast like that anyway, not yet.
Yeah,
where you write them down and fucking set up joke, punchline, and deliver. And I could take a son bitch out like just on the street, just off the dome, but that shit there way different. We exchanged notes about each other, man. He took that shit about me and killed my ass, and he was so good that how they got the roast set up. At the end of the night, I think it was like 4 battles. At the end of the night, the 4 winners, the crowd picked who was the best of the 4. They picked this guy against me to be the best of the 4 winners. I said, God damn, he kicked my ass and won the whole shit.
What was it? People he brought, or was
he didn't bring nobody.
The
complete strangers picked him. He was good though. He was funny. Shout out Aspen. God damn it,
he got my ass.
No, his name's Aspen, but he did get him my ass though.
Yeah.
Fuck. But I'll do a roast though. I'll do a roast.
I haven't ever done one before. I mean, that's
my first. That's my second time doing one.
Dude, at Skankfest, they have a naked roast, and they bag everybody's phones. Everybody's phones are bagged, and dude, comedians get up there. But Laser did it that I toured with.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, needle dick out in front of 1,000 people in that huge ass room in down here in New Orleans. And they roast each other, and dude, it is brutal. Like the one he roasted against was this big girl. She was completely naked. She gave the more personal you are with somebody that you're up against, and more background about yourself you tell them.
Yeah,
the better it is. Because
oh for sure.
She had tried to unalive herself a couple of times, and he just went in on it. It was so just like people were covering their. I can't fathom being naked in front of 1,000 people, starters, because they're immediately gonna go in about your dick. It's like
that's crazy, bro.
Yeah, it's
holy
impossible
shit.
that they don't. And of course, she was bigger, so they go in on her about her weight, which is like with a chick. I mean, that's like territory for girls. Don't ever forget a fucking joke you make about their weight.
Mm-mm.
Even if it's not true, if you make a joke, I mean, you can get inside a woman's head and live there forever, rent free. If you make a comment about, I got a buddy of mine that for Christmas one year, he bought his wife a treadmill, and I was like, bro,
yeah, damn.
Shit, now he was like, in my defense, she legit wanted it. And I was like, still, man, I'll just be like, man, let's go get one together. Don't make it a gift to her.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. How did that work out for her?
Oh, she loved it. She was excited, but it was just funny for him to walk around and tell people, hey, man, I got my wife a treadmill. I was like, hey, man, way to be subtle about it. But she was like skinny. She didn't have a weight problem or anything like that.
Yeah, that's wild. Man, nah, bro. You talk about roast and how awkward they get when you like really like the person. Down there in Tampa, I would have been on one yesterday if it weren't for the show, but there's a comedian couple that had to go against each other, and I had befriended the guy like I befriended you.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, how's that? And they live together. I was like, bro, how's that going out? He was like, bro, it's not going. he said said, I can't win. It's a lose-lose.
Oh yeah, she's around me too much. She knows every security I have.
Everything. He said, I can't do no look like jokes. I can't do no built like jokes. I can't do no smell like jokes. I said, yeah, you fuck.
Why'd they line them against each other?
I don't know, bro.
They thought it'd be funny because they're under the same roof.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I got to ask her
dude.
why they set them up like that. I had to text the group, see how that fucking went.
Yeah. Dude, last week I found a tick in my belly button.
That's some real white people shit right there. What type of shit? Well, you usually hiking or on a trail or something?
I mean, we walk every day. We walk our dogs.
Okay.
I don't know how I got there though. It's not like I'm walking shirtless and we're going through the woods. We walk on a paved road down to the end of it and then back. And man, I was like, honey, look at my belly button. It feels like I got a tick. And she's like, I want a fucking divorce, dude. That is so disgusting. She told me I want a divorce. And now I have this nervous, pardon the pun, I have a nervous tick now where I'm constantly checking for it. I was watching me shoot a pod the other day and I just caught myself just now doing it. I was like, man, I've got to quit doing that. But the reason you're seeing me do it, I don't do it on stage for sure, but like when I'm recording a pod, I'm constantly walking around checking my belly button because my wife was so turned off by it. I've got to be like, I got to stay on top of that shit.
Man, that's wild.
How long? So you're living in Tampa now. How long you got to that project you're doing down there is finished? What do you do? Build skyscrapers and then leave?
Next April. No, the company I work for, they do healthcare facilities. They do healthcare facilities. So we usually go to the city and either build a hospital or renovate one or build on to one and renovate a portion of it. Like we got a project going on in Kentucky right now, and that's what they just did. Added some new shit onto the building and then renovated the inside of the building. But yeah, usually healthcare and education. So a lot of high schools, a lot of college dorms, a lot of college fucking rooms and
You ever have to demo stuff, demolition stuff?
Yeah, hell yeah. We doing that right now where I'm at. Demo and putting it back. Put new back.
Like, is there two ways of demoing? Like I've seen the ones where they implode buildings and they just crumble. Y'all don't do that shit, do you? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Man, I get stuck on YouTube vortexes watching buildings crash down like that.
Yeah, we will if they want us to if we have to build where something is already at. I had been on one of those jobs though, because I'm some big money jobs.
That is to do it that way.
Yeah. But the demo we just doing like rooms and shit. So it's taking sledgehammer to the drywall and just tearing it out manually.
How'd you get involved in that shit?
School. I went to college for construction management, and the company that I worked for it was a career fair at Auburn, and gave them my little weak ass resume. No, I didn't have no resume. I gave them my transcripts and my classes I was in, and I
didn't know you went to Auburn.
I went to Tuskegee. So the career fair was at Auburn, but Auburn and Tuskegee did a lot of collabing.
Yeah.
For our construction programs, because it ain't many construction programs in the country, and on this side of the country, it ain't but like 3 of them. It was one in Clemson, one in Tuskegee, Auburn, and Florida had a construction program. So yeah.
Shit.
That's how I did that, and I've been with this company ever since, and it's been pretty cool, bro. Like you were telling dude yesterday. I was in Alabama for the first 5 years I was with the company. And then they sent me to California. That was dope. Got a chance to perform at the Hollywood Improv twice. That was pretty cool. In LA. Then from there I came back to Florence. I ain't do shit in Florence. That was my weakest comedy spot ever. But I did a lot of stuff in Memphis. Shouts out to the people I met in Memphis. Wild Bill, Oscar P.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I've never done comedy in Memphis.
Yeah, Memphis, tough ass crowd. They don't fuck around. They don't boo you or nothing, but they'll just look at you dumb as hell. Like, what the fuck's he up there talking about?
Dude, tell me this. I was in LA for a week, and every night I'd go up to the store because a friend of mine works there, and she'd put me on the door. I went to an Annie Letterman and Friends show, and I noticed every time Annie would come out between comics, she would say, she would ask the crowd a question, and if somebody raised their hand and answered and said they had a story, she'd get them up. And I was like, after the second time, I was like, oh, that's my ticket on that stage. All I got to do is, she goes, so the third time she came out, she goes, does anybody have a crazy, like,
first time you had sex story? And I was like, and I didn't, but I was like, she goes, you, sir, come up. And as I'm getting up, I'm making up the story. I'm making up the story as I walk on stage. I was like, your boy's got to come up with something right now. And so I get up there and I tell the story. It wasn't a fake story. I did have sex on a golf course once when I was like 18 years old, on a golf green.
On a golf green?
At my country club that I was a member of. And of course,
during the daytime?
No, at night.
Oh, I'm finna say,
are you crazy, dude? My people are out there playing golf.
Like,
No.
give a fuck.
No, but I told that story, and it got, it was like a couple of minutes long, and it got a few laughs. And she made fun of me and talked about like what kind of white privilege do you have in sex on a golf green? She shit on me, and then I got back down. My question to you is: does that count as a set at the Comedy Store? Because I've been on the main stage at the Comedy Store, but I can't, like, obviously I wasn't billed. Is that count as stage? I mean, you're the king. You're the king of stealing stage time.
Fuck yeah.
So what does that register as in your eyes? Is that good?
That's just some greedy fucking get it how you live ass shit right there. That's some.
Because I tell people, I was like, man, yeah, I've done a set at the store before.
I mean, that ain't no time, but it's some time, though. Fuck, it counts somewhere. Jamie Foxx started with basically some shit like that, where it might have been the Comedy Store too. His story is his real name is like Eric Bishop, I believe, and the place he was trying to get up on stage to do comedy, they was only letting up women. So instead of putting Eric, he put Jamie. And they called the name, and it was him. And hell, by the time they realized it wasn't a girl, shit, the rest is history.
Oh, really?
That's how he got up the first time in L.A. They wasn't letting up guys, so he put Jamie Foxx on the list.
So how long? Wait, you've been doing comedy how long?
It'll be 10 years in October. I started 2016.
So you're able to get up on stage just from networking with people. I used to wonder how I'd see you at an arena, and then I'd see you at some fucking wing joint the next night, and then I'd see you like at a real comedy club. Then you're at a fucking bar mitzvah or some shit.
Man, just get in these cities and do what I do is, because I was talking to Scoot about this not too long ago. What I do is, I go to these cities and look up all the open mics or Google what I can. If I don't know nobody there, go there. And I don't really use the open mics for new stuff. I use it for the stuff that I know. So they be like, oh, this guy's pretty funny. And then about the second or third time, oh, this guy is pretty consistent. And then try to get in rotation if it ain't no hating ass people in the area, which, knock on wood, I hadn't came across none of them. Well, I ain't came across many of them, but you gonna come across them. But get around some cool people. They put me in the rotation of whatever's going on. And as far as Marina, I got in with that because shout out Mojo Brooks. He was on the show.
Who?
Mojo Brooks.
Okay.
Yeah, he doing.
Oh, that's what you told me this, and he vouched for you.
Yeah, he vouched for me. He was like, "Yeah, man, y'all throw my dog, man. He funny as hell, man."
Man, that pressure when somebody does that for you, man,
it's the same as when you get introduced in any show, and like, well, that guy didn't say it yesterday, but like, I'm sure you would have, or you do any show, it just come with the territory. But if I bring my partners up, man, you seen him in the arenas. He's on so and so TV show. Goddamn it, he was touring with goddamn it Uncle Laser last year. Oh shit, Uncle, oh hell,
man, don't stack all these credits on me, man. Because you know what's crazy is in that moment you're like, man, I was gonna try new shit tonight, but you just now I can't. I gotta save that shit for my.
I gotta kill because he done told these people I was good. You ever kill and then they fuck around and do it to add all these credits and half of them is lies, and people come up to you and be like, I didn't see you on that TV show. You really on that TV show?
That's the truth. No,
I'm not on that
nobody ever
TV show.
asks you that's the thing. Like I've heard people make up. You've seen them on Last Comic Standing. Just all these shows you've heard. And people ask me now, they're like, how do you want to be brought up? I was like, man, I don't have any credits. Well, you were on Kill Tony, weren't you? I was like, yeah, man, but I mean, nobody here gives a shit about that. Nobody here gives a damn about it.
No.
But they actually do. When they do announce that I've been on it, people come up to me afterwards and go, what episode were you on? But then I have to tell them what episode I'm on, and they have to go and watch that shitty drum solo that I did. Because I don't even want to tell people I'm on it because that was part of my interview is me get behind that kit, and that guy had a church kit. They had a fill-in drummer.
Yeah.
This guy named Charles was back there. And man, the whole time I'm doing my set, I don't even pay attention. I don't look behind me. I just assume that Michael Gonzalez is back there.
Yeah.
And his kit's fine. I could play it great. But they get me back there, and as soon as I turn around, I see that dude Charles, and I know he ain't he ain't Michael. And I look at his kit, and it's like a jazz church kit where the snare's facing away from you. There's no toms, and I'm supposed to do a solo on this thing. I can't even play it because it's aimed away from me. You got to hit it from the outside. And
How does that even work? I ain't even know.
I don't know, man. I mean, like some of these church kits that these guys play, it's they can play it, and they can play the shit out of it. That's what makes me look like a shitty drummer. Is I go up there and I'm like struggling to just do anything, just to lock in on a beat, much less solo. And then he gets back there, he's like, the place is going crazy. I was like, fuck, the whole time I was like, do I defend myself in front of these guys? I mean, I'm up there in front of Shane Gillis and Ari Shaffir and Mark Norman, and I'm like, do I just, what do I say? Because I just got through telling them I paid for my house with playing drums. And of course, they see that solo and they go, what kind of fucking shack do you live in Alabama? Paying for your house, playing for drums that way. And I was like, in the end, I just decided, take your beatings, because it will be funnier for them to just be puzzled at how you made a career out of doing something you're so terrible at.
Yeah.
And all I cared about was my set. So when I heard Gillis say, this guy rules, I was like, oh, that's all I care about. Everything else can be whatever. I mean,
How'd you even get on the drums? You said something about it in your jokes. And then
the first thing that, how long you been doing comedy, David? And I was like, a year and a half. And they were, I just said what I did for a living before I quit. I told them what I quit to do comedy. Because I tried to make that a big point with everybody, that I walked away from something that I was very successful at.
Yeah.
And that's a relative term by most people's standards, but I was able to pay my whole bills and everything by playing music, which is something not many people could do. But not many people could do it doing comedy either. So it's like that rare as well. So, and when I said that, they were like, oh, lucky for you. I mean, if you announce that you play drums on that show, they're going to get you to do the whatever it's called, Mexican drum off or something.
Yeah.
And so I knew that was coming. So I crowbarred it in there. And as soon as I did it, he goes, uh-oh, we got to have it. And everybody started clapping. So I knew it was, but it was so bad. I remember coming off stage going, I got to call my homies and go, look, do not watch this episode, man. Do not. It is so bad. It is so bad. All my musician friends, all my drumming friends, I was like, don't watch it, man. I'm telling you, you're. And they, of course, could not wait till that shit came out. It's weird because when you do that show, you have about 3 weeks before it airs.
Yeah.
And so you start preparing your social media, putting up clips to where, when people go visit it. But, man, I may have gotten like 100 followers. That's it.
Damn.
And then you'll see some people go in there and get, like, you have 10,000 followers in a night.
Then they're life-changing type shit.
Yeah, but I had a good set. I really had a great set, and the interview was pretty good. I just brought up shit about that Sham Wow guy, and that's what cut my interview short, because they wanted to get him out there. Yeah. The guy that punched a hooker. Do you remember that sales guy? The Sham Wow guy?
Yeah.
He was next door where we were getting pulled from. They corral you in this room full of autistic people. It's fucking horrific just to hear 300 comics in there talking about their dreams. I just wanted to jump off a bridge, dude. I could not wait.
The crowd is mostly comics on Kill Tony?
That they pull from the people that sign up. They corral them all in one bar.
Oh, okay.
It's right next door. And so you're just stuck in there. And, I'd say over half the room are just people that want to be famous. They don't have a minute. They don't have anything. They're just like, they know millions of people watch it, so they just want to get up there, and they're dressed all stupid. They're just to just get attention from that minute.
Yeah.
Oh, it's infuriating when you see it too. Even now, when I watch the show, occasionally I'll see somebody go up that has nothing prepared. They just wanted to get in the spotlight.
On the kill, yeah.
I was like, dude, there's people. I know it because I've seen it. There's people next door sleeping in their fucking cars for this shit, and some jack off like you gets up there. Could you do? Could you do a minute? Like, could you get what bit do you have that you could do in 1 minute? And knock their dick in the dirt to where they're like,
I don't know. I've actually, since when I actually first heard about Kill Tony, I asked myself that, and I ain't never answered. But Yeah, right now I would probably say that was a good worth a damn minute. I'd probably do either something about being broke or something that I have about ladies. Because that's relatable. Like maybe that joke I did yesterday about spelling.
Yeah.
I could do that in a minute about dudes that can't spell. Because I actually just posted that video on Instagram. Not that video, but that joke on Instagram.
Yeah.
And I think it's like right under a minute. Or the one where I said yesterday, it didn't really go over that well yesterday, but I got this real quick joke where I say some shit like, no, I wouldn't do that on Kill Tony because that ain't funny enough. I don't know. Yeah, I'll think about it.
It's a weird because you gotta whatever bit you're gonna do, you have to trim the fat off of it.
Yeah.
For sure. And like get it down to just bare bones.
Damn. I'm gonna have to think about that. 1 minute, I don't know. What did you say for your minute?
I did my closer, the teacher sleeping with students.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That shit, that's funny.
Yeah.
That shit there is funny.
But it's, I couldn't get that joke to work forever in black rooms. They're like, I remember I'd go do it at Eugene's mic, and this lady in glasses, front row, I remember her just looking at me and going, like,
them aunties don't play if they don't like
they
some
don't.
shit.
And what's crazy is that it worked all over town. I've done it on paid shows at Crushes, and it was just so quiet. She goes,
Them aunties don't play. I was doing a joke about my mama.
That's what she looked like. She looked like an auntie.
Man, they don't fuck around. I was doing a joke about my mama. I forget what the joke was, but I was like, I can't believe this bitch said that. And after the show, the lady was like, you were funny, but you don't need to be call your mama bitch up there on that stage. I was like, yes, ma'am. That's all I can say. I was like, yes, ma'am. Okay, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you're right.
You're right. I ain't gonna do that again. I did it, but I told her I wasn't gonna do it again.
Are there some good black rooms down in
Shit, no.
in Tampa?
I wish there were. And I'm looking for some because I've been working on my stuff out at this place called The Gimmick. It's about the trenches as you gonna get down there because it's not a black room. It's a mixed room, but it's like mostly younger.
Yeah.
And they come in there like cool as fuck and don't we hardly want to laugh. So when they do finally laugh, it's like it was really a good joke. Where it's like older paid crowds come in like this shit we was in yesterday. I mean, it was free, but they was in there actually listening and giving a damn. But it ain't no good black rooms down there. Hell, the blackest room I done did is probably the one I host on Sundays at Wesley Chapel Side Splitters. And that's because it's ran by these guys. You got
a host today?
No, not today. No, not today. Hell no. If I did, they didn't tell me, so it's over for them. But I ain't got a host today. Next Sunday. But the Comedy Trap is their brand. And they do pretty well. They just brought down Rodney Perry. They brought down Kerwin Claiborne. Who else they done brought down? They didn't bring down Marvin Hunter, but he comes and did the other Side Splitters in Tampa.
Yeah.
But they bring down some people. And that's about the most black people I've been in front of, like predominantly, but most of them crowds out there is pretty diverse, which is on the grand scheme of things. Since I've been doing this all over the country, that's kind of what you want.
Yeah,
because you want to know your stuff relate to everybody, not just your background and your upbringing.
Yep, yeah, for sure. I mean, you want stuff that not only works in black and white rooms, but you want stuff that works East Coast, West Coast.
Yeah, hell
North
yeah.
Dakota, fucking Tampa.
Yeah.
But Tampa's such a great comedy town, dude.
It really is, bro.
Even though you can't find a black room to work out of, it's a great comedy town, dude.
It is, though. They got so much stuff every day you could do them if you're willing to drive 45 minutes to an hour. Either way, you can go to... See, I live in... geographically, I'm about 30 minutes south of actual Tampa and Wesley Chapel, but I go there, downtown Tampa, to hit some shit. I can go to Clearwater. It's about 45 minutes away. I can go to St. Pete, which I hadn't even made it there yet. It's about the same 45 minutes the other way.
Yeah.
Orlando, if I really want to hit the road, it's about an hour and 15 minutes. They got a phenomenal scene. Lakeland's got a scene. Like it's shit out there. If you're drilling the drive, gas high as hell right now. So I really be like, damn. This last week, I drove 2 places and them shows didn't even go. I was like, fuck me, gas too high for nothing to happen. But
you need to get, dude. Do you get to pick projects your company does? Like, which ones you want to
Hell
go?
no. I would if I did,
You got to get one in Austin, dude. For like, if you could spend 2 or
bro.
3 years in
If
Austin.
I could pick where they put me at, because how it works is this company is relatively smaller than your bigger construction companies, but big enough to have stuff nationwide. How it works is when the project I'm on ends, they put me on whichever one's available. They have that kind of sort of suit my experience. So if
Oh,
they got
yeah,
this
yeah.
big ass job that's in this cool ass city. Well, I don't have big ass job experience, so I can't really do that job because I ain't really qualified enough. But if they got one that kind of fit my criteria, I've been doing this construction thing not longer than I've been doing comedy, probably like 8 or 9 years. But they can find something that match what I know or what they, because I've been with them since I got out of college, so they know what I'm capable of.
Yeah.
And that's how I get placed. So this one just worked out because this is a renovation and it's all inside work, and that's pretty much all I done seen. It was going to either be this one or, ironically, a job in Hoover we got.
Yeah.
Yeah, they renovating some other hospital in Hoover, but the paperwork or something with that one ain't get going. So it was like, hey, we're going to put you in Florida right outside Tampa. I was like, fuck yeah.
Maybe so you can't get enough seniority to where you pick your jobs you go on.
I mean, I can if it's multiple available, but like usually when you finish one, it's either like 1 or 2 available. So like for example, when I went to California, my options was Sacramento, California, or Moline, Illinois, and Moline is about 2 hours outside of Chicago, and I was like, hell no, put me in Sacramento. So that's about the only time I could choose is if they got 2 or 3 options out there, but usually that ain't.
Where's Sacramento? Is that close to LA?
No, it's about 5 or 6 hours away from LA.
Oh, north.
North
Yeah,
of LA,
yeah.
yeah.
I think I've played Sacramento. I don't know, man. Northern California is like the most prettiest place in the country, dude.
Bro, it really is, bro. Lake Tahoe and all that shit, bro.
Yeah. Going up through Oregon and stuff.
Yeah.
Have you driven that?
I hadn't driven. Yeah, I hadn't driven to Oregon, but I've driven through Northern California.
Dude, I remember being in a bus just looking out the window going, I'm coming back here to live.
Bro, it'll do that.
I swore I was, and of course I never did. But
It'll
like,
do that to you. While I was out there, I didn't want to leave. Just like in Florida right now. Like, I mean, I knew I couldn't stay up there because the cost of living is out the ass. But
yeah.
when I was out there, bro, I ain't want to leave. I just hope. And at the time, they almost had another job come up to where I could have stayed out there another 2 years.
No shit.
Yeah. How you get into drums? How long you been playing drums?
Oh, since I got a drum kit on my 18th birthday, but I really didn't mess with it till I turned about 21, and I did it the unorthodox way, man. Like, you should. In hindsight, I wish I would have like learned theory. I can't even read music.
I can't either.
Dude, I bought my house playing drums. I can't read a sheet of music to save my life. So I would just go downstairs in the basement, and this is the worst way if you're a parent, dude. It's the worst. But I would go down there and just turn the stereo up as loud as I could get it and just play along with it. And then I just started, I think I answered a ad in a Guitar Center one day that somebody said wanted to start a band. And I started a band with them and then just got picked up by another band and then started my own band, Lynam, which was just an accident. We were never supposed to be a permanent band. We were just like filling some dates, making a little bit of quick money, $100 a head for, a 3-hour cover show. And ended up just sticking because we were doing this thing. We were doing this thing where anybody could yell, because I know a million songs, and I was paired up with 2 other guys that know a million songs. And so somebody would just yell something out. And all you got to do is get to the chorus. If you can just get through the chorus, people are like, oh, they know it. And then you can even end it there. So we made a reputation by people just shouting the wildest, craziest shit, and then we would just launch into it. People are like, holy fuck, how they know this?
I didn't know this.
Yeah, that's so crazy. This is a one-hit wonder. Nobody ever plays it in a bar. How are you guys doing it? And then we were doing 8 shows a week sometimes with a double dipper on Saturday. We
No
were fucking
shit.
playing
$100 a head? That ain't, god damn, that ain't bad at all.
No, and then it just went up. We were playing, I'm talking all over Birmingham. We were playing over there at a place called Buffalo's right by the amphitheater off of 119. And then They would give us any day we had off. They were like, we want you on any day you have off. So we would try and fill up our calendar around town.
Yeah.
And then And then we decided, you know what, man? We probably have a draw. We've been doing this for like a year, man, all over town. Everybody knows who we are. Let's just stop playing this market and play it 4 months from now. And we did. We stopped because we were getting enough out of town gigs. We just stopped playing Birmingham and did one show and made enough money. And that one show at a place called the Bark and Kudu, we made enough money there to like last. It was like all of our gigs piled into one.
No,
so we knew we had a draw at that point. We could play anywhere and name our fucking price or just we would tell people, look, man, just let us have the door. And we bring my mom, who you've met.
Yeah.
She was mean as damn. She was tough as nails. She'd run the door. She'd take cover from people as they came in. These drunk asshole guys would be like, I'm not paying to get in. She'd grab them by their fucking shirt. She'd have like 2 security guards behind them, be like, get this motherfucker. And they would get him, like taking money out of my baby's pocket. You ain't about to do that shit.
So we would take her. I mean, we didn't take her on tour, but when we were out doing cover shows, playing for the door, you can't trust a lot of door guys at clubs, man. These fucking security guards making $50 a night. That any hot girl that even winks at them, they're like, "Come on in, come on in." My mom didn't play that shit. I don't care if you were a girl, guy, who the fuck you were. If she didn't know you, you weren't getting in for free. I remember somebody back in the MySpace days. Somebody would tell my mom, "I'm in David's top 8, man." My mom was like, I know everybody in his top 8. You're not in his top 8. Top 8. What was it? Was it you last night that were talking about hit me up on MySpace?
Yeah. Gay dude hit me up. Man,
dude, that's a funny bit, dude.
What can I follow you on? That might be, I could do that for my 1 minute shit.
Yeah, you definitely could.
Yeah, that ain't with 1 minute right there. Yeah, no, that's crazy.
The thing is, though, man, it's back to Kill Tony is flying out there. I mean, I ended up on some runs with Laser where we ended in Austin, so I was already out there. But man, I mean, your chances, they pull about 7 or 8 people out of every show, and there's 300 in there. So it was my 4th time of signing up before I got called. And there's people that have signed up every week for a year and not gotten called.
Damn.
Which is crazy. I mean they live there, so it's not as much.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't cost as much for them. But like to fly out there just for it, I would have to say it's not worth it because you're not likely to get called, you know. It's one of those things where the numbers are not in your favor. And it's like unless he knows you and has seen you at a club, it truly is whoever gets pulled out of that bucket. That's why people talk about he's racist and misogynistic and all that kind of stuff. Dude, he gives more opportunities to fucking people of all. I mean, that's why you see so many crippled, fucking autistic, crazy people get famous from that show is because his is the only one that's giving them a shot to do it, you know?
Yeah.
But anyway. All right, well, we probably good in about 45 minutes.
I ain't know that your drum stores was that cold, though, before we end this. That's pretty cold. Because I played, but I wasn't ever in like no band or nothing. I just, when you
did it in high school?
Yeah, so I actually played. I started when I was probably like 11 or 12 or 10 or some shit like that. But I was so interested in it. And my mom, my dad, well, I guess at the time it was Santa Claus, but for Christmas I got a drum set. And I was like, I don't know, about 12, 13. I was going fucking crazy. Like, let's go. And you talking about what you said earlier, I can relate to. It's horrible as a parent. I did the same shit. But my dad would do it, though. He would encourage it. He would go down in the basement and turn on some fucking old school 70s funk shit, Earth, Wind, and Fire, or some fucking Gap Band, or some Rick James, or something. I'd play to that shit. He'd just be down there vibing out. My mama would come down there, hey, cut all that fucking noise out down there. He'd be like, what the fuck you get the goddamn set for if you wanted to play the fuck you. Play that shit, son. Play that shit tomorrow. She crazy as hell. But yeah, man, I did that. I'm like, I can't read no music. I ain't never had no lessons. I was all like, just see a motherfucker do it and go down in my basement and try it. Then I got on YouTube. We got internet, and this was back in the AOL days and shit. You fuck around, kill the whole house's phone lines. I would pull that up, then watch somebody. Are you familiar with Tony Royster Jr.? He a drummer. He used to drum for Jay-Z. He cold as something. I've seen some videos after this over. But
I don't know drummers.
I don't know so raw,
I
bro.
can't talk shop with drummers. I don't know shit about drums. People are like, what kind of drums you got? I go, pink ones.
Pink ones.
I tell them I don't fucking know, dude. They want to talk about what kind of is that birch wood. I was like, buddy, you got me. I don't know.
I don't know, bro. I would play with Vic Firth and I can't even think of the other brand. That's all I can tell you. All them numbers that be on the side of them, bitch. I don't know what those are. 5A and 7A and 6B. I don't know none of that shit.
Yeah, I was like, man, I got into this for chicks. I don't know anything about this drum thing. I know they look cool. That's all I give a shit about. Is they're hideous. I like loud, like bright, hideous shit.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh, I would put, man, when I had a drum tech, it was great to have somebody that would set up and tear down your drums. But more importantly, my drum tech would be the guy that would field all these drum nerds. Mm-hmm. They'd be like, hey man, I want to talk to you about what kind of pedal you're using. I was like, hey man, talk to my drum kit tech. He knows about it more than me.
I don't know, bro.
I'm not being disrespectful. I don't know shit about what I'm playing, dude. So,
oh man. All right, then.
let's wrap this up, dude. Thanks for coming on and Wood Delaine, everybody on social media. Is it comedian Wood Delaine or just Wood Delaine?
Yeah, comedian Wood Delaine on everything, man.
Yeah, man. Follow him and. He's out there doing it, man. He'll pop up in your city. You won't even know it. You'll see him in your fucking wing joint doing comedy.
Fuck yeah,
You'll go see him at an arena.
Anywhere. I give a shit.
All right, we'll see y'all next week.
Yes, sir.